move, you maniac!
What's that?
Awesome sauce! Hello, happy Wednesday night. This is Awesome Sauce Radio here on Comic Crusaders. You can always catch the Encore edition on Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific over at Demon Seed Radio, www.demonseedradio.com. I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed evening. I thank you for inviting me into your home, into your lives. I'd like to thank some of the sponsors. I'd like to thank the Big Apple Comic Con. I will be at the Big Apple Comic Con this Saturday, March 26th at the New Yorker Hotel. It's from 10 a.m. to about 8 p.m. VIPs get it at 9. They have an amazing guest list. Michael Uzun from the Batman movies. Erica Schultz, artist extraordinaire. Michelle Harris, who is Nora Allen on The Flash, The Speed Force, and all sorts of other guests, including Arthur Saddam, the Zombie King. So go to the New Yorker Hotel on Saturday, March 26th, and have comics, cosplay, good times, coming in with the Comic Pimp live in the living color. I want to give a shout out to Tommy Top Hat. I hope you're doing well, brother. Also, shout out to our good sponsor, Night 8 Wednesdays. Get your comic and a guarantee 98 each and every Wednesday. I thank you for providing the giveaway for tonight's episode, which we have right over here. We have, this may be the Stray Dogs #1, FCBD. Or this might be, I'm blind. What do you expect? Miracles? But get your comics in a night, in a guaranteed 98 each and every Wednesday. Tell them why I sent you. But also want to thank Key Collector Comics, the greatest comic app on God's green earth. You want to learn how to invest in comics? Key Collector's got you covered. Type in Blind Adam, all one word, and you get 2 free weeks of Key Collector in the house. Also, Exotica. Exotica is the sexiest convention on God's green earth. And they're going to be up and running again April 28th through May 2nd. I think I'm going to be there. I think the sexiest co-host in Comic Book Speculation will be there. Also, I want to give 3 more shout-outs before we bring the co-host on. I want to give a shout-out to Gary Platt, one of the best dealers on the East Coast. Makes the greatest small units in the industry. I want to give a shout-out to one of my mentors, Oliver, over at the Encounter Comics and Games in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Love you, brother. Also want to, say that Angelina, please rest in peace. Angelina Please was a performer in the industry who passed away, and my heart goes out to her and her family. Please keep her family, and our loved ones and colleagues in your thoughts and prayers, and say a prayer for her. And with that, it's time to be Big Pimpin' and Government Cheese. Autumn South, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I can't complain. I'm a little stressed because I'm doing like 90 things at once this week, but outside of that, can't complain.
Exactly. I feel the same way. I've been everywhere doing hands in every pot.
Yeah, I hear that. So what's new up in the hood?
Right now, just moving into our new house, trying to get everything set up here, bring everything from our last place here, set up the streaming room. Like, that hasn't even been touched yet. So that's this week's agenda, is to get the streaming room kind of set up a little bit so we can get back to our normal area and make it a little bit more fun looking for streaming and stuff.
That is awesome. And also, like I said, we have giveaways plenty. So, subscribe, comment in the live chat. You'll be getting some goodies to Autumn. You're going to be getting a 98 PGX to my good friend 98 Wednesdays. Check them out. a Stray Dogs free comic book day #1, and a ticket to the Big Apple Comic Con. So if you're the 200th subscriber, you're gonna be making out like a bandit. So please comment and interact.
Come on. Yep.
Make me an account so I can go subscribe. I
What was that?
said I'm gonna make a fake account so I can be the 200th because I want that ticket.
Very cool, man. You can do that. You can be I want to tinkle.
Wouldn't that be a conflict of interest then?
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hey.
Give me Amanda hug and kiss. Hey, you know, I did something really cool in the last week. I interviewed a legendary creator.
Oh yeah.
One of my childhood heroes, Kevin Eastman, the co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's awesome.
Would you guys like to see it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, man in the chair, please play the interview, man. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. I am your host, Blind Adam. We have a special interview this afternoon with the legendary Kevin Eastman, the co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Adam. So awesome to be with you here again. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how have things been since the last time we chatted?
Good, busy. We've wrapped up. Actually, literally, the ink is still wet. Wrapped up issue 5 of Last Ronin, and we're getting ready to send that off to press, which is yay! It's been a wonderfully awesome, intense journey, and we sincerely want to thank anybody listening out there for the pain and suffering and for waiting. Because
can't believe it's been a year since issue 1 came out.
Well, I figured that I was talking to somebody just the other day, and it's the original story that Pete and I wrote, or which evolved into the Last Ronin, was written in 1987. So I guess, let me see, 35, it's like a 35-year wait. So I appreciate a couple extra weeks, people waiting, but I think they're going to be really thrilled with what Tom and I have done at the last issue, and certainly the wonderful Escorza brothers and Ben Bishop and everybody that's helped.
I can't wait to read it. It's been one of my favorite turtle stories of all time.
Thank you so very much. So we're excited for everybody to see it.
You must be excited to see the final results because it's really been up on book. When does that actually drop in the stores?
I believe the 3rd week in April, and 3rd week in April, I believe it is dropping in stores. And we're also working on the Collected at the same time, which has been really fun. So that as we see the Collected come together, which will be out over the summer, so we get to see how now that issue 5 falls in, so all 200 pages are all falling together in this one big volume. So looking at it that way, as far as the individual issues, is kind of mind blowing to me as well. So we're certainly super excited for the final issue to be out as a standalone, and then later on this year, the Collected. So again, appreciate the fans waiting for the material. It's been quite a journey.
That's awesome. Well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 127 is All-Star. How does it feel to have Venus finally join the comics after all these years?
Yes, it was a really wonderful idea that Sophie had. I've been enjoying pretty much what the whole team does. I call it the Mutant Town series. That as we Tom wrapped up everything he wanted to say and what we wanted to do up in with issue 100. Now we're coming up past 2 years that it's been Sophie's taken over the helm and just done some incredibly fun and wonderful and innovative things, including bringing Venus back into the fold. But it's not the Venus that we know from the original Next Mutation series, but it is a great version of how she came up. The idea that she came up with to bring that character in, another female turtle and a character named Venus into the storyline is just it's super exciting. So we're
I cannot wait to see this. I was a big fan of Next Mutation, so to finally see the character come to comics is going to be a blast.
Yes, agreed. So very much so.
Didn't Venus have a previous appearance in the comics, or is this the first time?
This is it. Pretty much the first full appearance is once, and that was based on her creation and evolution in the Next Mutation series, and the uncomfortable reaction at that time when Tom and I started, when we were started working on the new IDW universe. by the time we're heading towards issue 50, we knew that we wanted to bring a female turtle into the mix. It was just looking for the right story opportunity to do that. And that new IDW universe of Jenica. So we've got the best of both worlds, where we've sort of been able to bring that to life in the ongoing series. And then Sophie's concept of, bringing the Venus character in is it's just brilliant. And I can't say enough about it. I've really enjoyed, what she's been doing, bringing, like Toka and Razor in, and
her run has been a blast with what she's been bringing in.
Yeah, really, really digging it. So yeah,
that's awesome sauce. Do you have any fond memories of having turtles on the Oprah Winfrey show back in the day?
I'm sorry, say that again. I was.
Do you have any fond memories of the turtles being on the Oprah Winfrey show back in the day? I watched it a couple of nights ago because a friend of mine brought it to my attention, and I'm like, no. I thought it was like a Robot Chicken clip.
Yep.
So I watched a half an hour of it, and it was like the perfect medicine that night.
It was just brilliant. It was like, and that was sort of the wonderful strangeness and the collision of so many worlds and so many pop culture things. There was, I think, the Oprah interview and the and then being interviewed by Barbara Walters.
They were interviewed by Barbara Walters?
Yes, you have to Google it. It's a really funny moment. She was when the Turtles, I think it was around the after the release of the first movie. I think it was leading up to the release of the second movie, and it was sort of a bona fide, movie stars at that point, and they had this kind of a funny technical glitch when they were talking to her that she talks to them like they're real creatures, and like they're real people, like you would do, like in an Oprah kind of thing, and they
I have to check this out.
So they bring up this thing about missing their father, and one of them is supposed to cry, like a little bit of a tear of sadness, and it kind of messes up, and sort of water starts shooting out. And it's pretty funny, but yeah, you should. I'm sure it's out there somewhere, and you got to check that out as well. But that's
I definitely will check that out. What plans do you have for the Turtles in 2022 after Venus?
Well, I think that with what's going on in the ongoing series, Tom has really come up with a really brilliant concept called the Armageddon Games, which is going to be integrated in what's going on in the outside world, outside of what's been going on in Mutant Town with Sophie's story. So we're sort of going to be expanding and bringing both worlds into a bigger picture of what's going on in New York. And the Armageddon Games is, I always hate to end up giving any spoilers away.
No, I don't want any spoilers because I'm intrigued just by the title alone, the Armageddon Games.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun, and it's going to be the furtherance of just some really great stories coming up in the ongoing series. And then, with the wrapping up Last Ronin and sort of creating that part of the multiverse, if you will. To me, the Turtles have always sort of had a bit of a multiverse, from the original Mirage comics to the animated series to the movies to the IDW series, all this. But with adding the layer of Last Ronin, we feel like we could explore some more in the Last Ronin universe, and so what that might be, we haven't figured it out.
I would love to see more of April's daughter after Last Ronin.
Yeah, I do. We really gotten. That was. I was fond of her before she was added into the series. Casey Marie was the idea, one of the ideas I had from the very beginning of bringing her into the mix. So I'm really excited to see what we come up with for to do with her as a character.
Do you have a saddest moment in Last Ronin? I know what the one I read so far is, but I just wonder what yours was.
It's all of it, and I mean that in the kindest sense, and I feel like when I say it's not that the whole series is sad, but it is sort of it really deals with some tough issues, and that was the way it was designed early on, was that we wanted to address the loss of family and this the pain of this lifelong mission of this feud between these two families or these two clans. and we wanted to make sure that as we lost each member of the family, that it was of great story importance, and great life importance, as it
Oh yeah,
was part of the biggest story. I think Splinter and Donatello was a pretty tough one.
yeah, that's the one that made. I just reread it before I started getting ready to enter the StreamYard and everything, and it still brings a tear to my eyes.
Yep,
Especially when right after you see Michelangelo take the ashes and go into the woods.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so. There's moments like that in the series, but that's the way it was designed from the beginning, and that's the way kind of Pete and I saw it when we really sort of put pen to paper back in 1987. Was sort of looking 30 years down the road at that time and seeing where the Turtles would be, and then that was going to be intended to be sort of a lighthouse, if you will, that we would navigate towards. Being maybe not the final turtle story, but sort of an evolution of what happens, where would they be in 30 years, and that's the concept that we really embraced and took all the way there in the last Ronin series. Tom and I and the gang.
Beautiful series. Cannot wait for the trades to be coming out as well.
Thank you.
Can you also clarify another rumor for me?
Sure.
Did Frank Miller have any hand in writing the infamous TMNT rap performed by Vanilla Ice?
I hadn't heard that one. That's brilliant, though. I think my evolution with Frank, just in that he was such an absolutely epic inspiration to me when I was younger. Peter and I dedicating the very first issue of Turtles to Jack Kirby and Frank Miller, and I've gotten to know him a little bit over the years, here and there. And I think initially he was flattered, and I think he probably was got a little annoyed that we borrowed too heavily, and I still continue to be quote unquote inspired by his work, and probably lean too heavily on his creativity and my own. It was always great to see him out and around at shows, and hope to see him again. But I hadn't heard that rumor about the Vanilla Ice thing. That's pretty good.
I did a Google search and it came up, and I was just curious. Because how did you get Vanilla Ice to be one of the greatest rap songs of all time?
That's great. I like the updated macaroni and cheese version. I thought that was pretty good for the commercial.
Yes, I have not seen that yet.
Oh, you got to check it out. You gotta check it out. It's quite. I thought it was quite clever. Just the way it was staged. So, but yeah, I've never met the man. So we've been at shows, I think, where he's been at the same time, but just never met.
Sweet. What conventions will we be seeing Eastman Studios in?
Actually, yeah, I'm glad you asked. I always love to point people to the KevinEastmanStudios.com website, which Courtney has just added a couple more to the slate. I think we're up to around 6, including San Diego Comic-Con. But next up for us is Lexington, Kentucky, the end of this month, and then I know for sure that Huntsville, Alabama, is in April, and then after that, it hasn't come up on my radar yet, but fans should go to Kevin Eastman Studios and you can see the list of dates and places we're going to be. I think Montreal was just added in the summer.
Anything on the East Coast?
Yeah, I think Montreal and of course, we were thrilled to be back at GraniteCon, which the last time we were there was in October. I think this time it runs in September. But GraniteCon.
Where is GraniteCon?
In New Hampshire. It's
okay.
Yeah, it's outside of Manchester, I believe, New Hampshire, and it's shaping up to be quite a turtle-rific event. They got a lot of voice talent, a lot of turtle artists are coming in for it, so it's.
Maybe I may have to take a drive.
Yep, it's a great show, and it's a great area, and it's a wonderful time of year to be up there in New England, anyway. So we're excited. We've got a lot of family there, so we're excited to see a lot of old friends and family while we're there.
That's awesome sauce. You did an amazing cover for King Size Conan. You have any more Conan covers in the works?
Man, I love doing those so much. I did a new Wolverine cover for Larry Hama has returned to Wolverine with a it's Wolverine patch in Manipur.
Oh, okay.
So my friend Mark Basso over at Marvel always has me, and I appreciate him so much. He offers me these wonderful gigs, and I do enjoy them. So I get 2 Wolverine covers coming up, and I'm working on an Elektra assassin story.
That's awesome sauce.
Yeah, well, thank you. No, with my buddy Freddie Williams, we were invited to do a cover and a 10-page story as part of the Black, White, and Blood series. And there was a little bit of confusion, so it was sort of added to my schedule unexpectedly. So
I can't wait for that.
So we're having a good time. I should be wrapping that up right after I wrap up Last Ronin's off now, so now it's just finishing Elektra, and then it's off to the races. So, and I think that's coming out the next couple months too. So, but I love these gigs where I can sort of get in and get out quick are fun instead of spending 35 years doing Last Ronin or 3 years intensely doing Last Ronin. So.
And last but not least, how do you feel with the Seth Rogen TMNT coming out?
That's a great question. I haven't seen. I've seen little or nothing from it. And somebody was asking about it the other day, and I felt like, what's been so fun with the Turtles when another really wonderful creative mind comes in and takes the helm, like Captain Kirk, if you will, like when say Ciro Neely took over the Nickelodeon series and started that series, the 2012 animated series. You really, somebody's coming in and it's, they're bringing their vision, their idea, what they loved about the Turtles into the mix, and to me that was the best combination for success. And what Ciro did is absolutely fantastic. You think what Kevin Monroe did when he took over and did the 2007 Turtle movie, or that kind of thing. So I think what Seth has in mind, and I don't know what he has in mind, but I'm sure it's with it comes from the right place. I know he's a big comic fan.
Oh yeah,
Turtle fan. So I think he's doing what he wants to see these see our characters do. And I'm if I don't see anything beforehand, I will definitely be one of the people in the theater seeing it on opening weekend. So I'm looking forward to it.
And as always, I want to thank you for all the friendships and support you've shown over the years. I thank you for your interview. And this has always been a blast having you on the show.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate your support and your friendship, and love doing the show. And maybe we'll have to have us back around the time the Collected comes out. Let me know what you think of the ending. So.
Definitely. I can't wait to read it. Everyone checked out in mid-April. And thank you for teaching a blind kid that you don't need sight to have a vision. I love you guys.
No, well, thanks. We love you too, and we appreciate you so much. So you take care of yourself, and we'll hope to see you maybe at one of these conventions coming up.
Oh, yeah, hopefully.
All right. Take care, my friend.
Take care.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
Yay, that was
nice.
Good. Love that. What did he...
just the starters, please ignore the background noise because my parents are having an argument in the other room. And they're on 10. I need them to be on 5.
Tell them you got a turtle head popping out and they need to stop
it. A turtle head, yeah. Because apparently you like turtle heads popping out. Did you see that comment?
Shh, everybody listen intently.
Why are we listening intently? I want to know what that show was, or event that he was talking about in New Hampshire.
What's that on?
Yeah, what was it called?
The event in New Hampshire. What is it called again?
Use the Granite Comic-Con.
Granite?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I said. Yeah, I want to check that out.
Yeah, actually, maybe we can make arrangements so the 3 of us team up for that.
Yeah, that's not till September.
Yeah, we'll put our heads together and figure out a way to definitely, because that would be cool.
Oh yeah, it definitely would be.
Yeah. We can
Sounds
see
fun.
what's going on.
That was such a blast. To my audience, if you have a dream, go chase it. I mean, if you chase your dreams, they will come true. You don't need sight to have a vision. That is just, I can tell the 16-year-old me that one day that this would all work out the way it's working out. I think he'd punch me in the face and tell me to leave his bedroom. But man, America is where the streets are paved with gold. That was just such a blast.
Good. I'm glad.
So
All these different people. I didn't think I would ever.
Yellow because of piss. Like what the?
wait, who said that?
I don't know. It just popped up. I don't know who said that.
What did they say?
It said yellow because of piss.
Yellow because of piss. So are they brown because of shit?
I guess.
I mean,
Or white because of jizz?
yellow because of piss, not
Hey,
gold.
Autumn, is jizz white?
We said yellow because of piss, not gold.
Oh.
The streets are paved with piss, not gold.
Well, in New York City they are.
Well, yeah.
True that.
Definitely. Everybody's pissed.
Where the rats are king.
But
So like I said, everyone listening, just remember, if you interact tonight and you're the 200th subscriber, you will be getting an autographed pair of Autumn's panties that were used. And you'll also be getting a PGX 98 Stray Dogs number 1-3 comic book day, courtesy of 98 Wednesdays. And a ticket into this weekend's New York Big Apple Comic Con at the New Yorker Hotel. So, comment, sub, and anyone by the names of Amanda Huggakiss, Adana Tinkle, Big Hurts are all disqualified. So if you're gonna make fake accounts, come up with original names. And now I have a riddle. I want to throw out. Riddle me this: what does every man have, but every man hope to lose?
virginity?
His penis?
Yeah, the manager got it in 2 seconds. Son of a bitch! Everyone thinking about that?
I'm good at riddles.
Oh my god.
And you know what virginity Blind Anna wants to lose the most of all? What virginity?
Virginity!
So just to update everyone on that, we reached out to Leia Falcon, and she came back to me with a big boy number of what she would want to do this.
A very big boy number.
Yeah. I'm not going to disclose it, but I'm thinking of putting together a Patreon and a Kickstarter to help fund it. And if I decide to go that route, then we will proceed on air with it. Because I want to talk to Ivan. Hey, Ivan, over at authorotic.com. How you doing, buddy? Can't wait to have Misha on in April. Yes, we will be having Misha Montana on in the month of April. That's going to be amazing. We will continue the journey to episode 69. We'll be continuing the journey for Adam to get pegged and lose his anal virginity. And it's going to be an awesome time for the year. We're going to go to the Granite Comic Con. We're going to chill. We're going to all live out our dreams and turn fantasy into reality, because that's the American way.
America!
Let's go.
Yeah.
200. Exactly. What type of underwear should I wear? What type of underwear should I wear? What does everybody like?
So, Otto, are you caught up on Riverdale?
Am I caught up?
No, not since we moved. Like we haven't been watching much of anything.
Amazon stop.
Except, honestly,
YouTube.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause new episodes are dropping.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Lucas, Mr. Cornbread himself. How you doing, sir?
Man, just missing everybody here, man. Missing Autumn South, and dude, you're calling yourself the manager. Eh,
I am the manager.
I would have thought you would have called yourself the couching cast director.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What's crazy is I've never watched the couch casting videos,
Okay,
but
well, I know
just the thought of it. You've never what?
this casting couch. Shit.
Yeah, because they approached her in New Jersey
What?
and they offered to make an autumn south sandwich with her for the casting couch.
See, nah.
Interesting.
So,
Nah.
literally, he's been called.
Was that an Exotica by out of curiosity?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an Exotica.
All right, it figures.
But they came off like real freaking creepy, and I was just like, nah. Like,
Well, that's the whole point, man. It's the creepiness, right? they got that creepiness just down just a little too pat. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And they came from somewhere, from experience.
It's like it's really weird because it's just like a place where everyone's going there and everyone's fucking. Like, it doesn't matter what, like, who, whatever, because like most of the people there actually are like hanging out with the other people. They're all making videos together. Everybody's like scheduling shoots. Everybody's doing this, that. So this hotel, you have like all these models fucking each other. Over here, you got some. Over here, it's so weird.
Yeah.
So here's a question.
Walking like through half naked through the lobby. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
well,
just like,
tall girl. Like,
yeah, it's something like first thing I've ever.
Half naked
do
people
they-
outside just smoking weed and cigarettes.
Yeah,
Well, outside, do they have a testing booth or anything like that?
what was that?
No, like an STD testing booth or anything like that. I mean,
they had.
Yeah, they do. They do.
It was testing
Okay, that's
talent
cool.
there.
Talent testing wasn't there, but they did have another company that was there that was giving out the test and everything.
Mhm.
They also had like COVID tests there and all that other stuff. And
Yep.
I know they had also Pineapple Support was there, which was really cool because those guys do a lot.
They're awesome. Pineapple Support is a mental health organization in the adult entertainment industry, and they just do amazing stuff.
Yeah.
okay, because when
Just
y'all
so we
mentioned
don't have
pineapple,
another August Ames on our hands, because that's just a very August, rest in peace. I love you, and it was just a very sad situation.
God bless. But yeah, I mean, when you mentioned pineapples to me, now thanks to fucking TikTok, I'm thinking of some other shit. I was like pineapple health. What the fuck? I don't know. Yeah, are y'all freaking sitting them down after they get rammed by a freaking pineapple? In the midst of a sandwich? I don't know what the fuck is
When
going on.
I hear pineapple, I think Pineapple Express. Like
Yeah,
that's the
that's
first
the
thing.
That's true.
That's the first
That's
thing.
true, man.
Great
I
Seth
I guess
Rogen.
pineapples.
That's just a flavor of weed at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even associate Pineapple Express with the movie. Like,
No, it's
it's
just
just
weed.
weed.
Yeah.
Like a flavor, like a strand of
It's like
weed
a strain
that
of weed. Or the
Actually, I'm not looking forward. You know what I'm looking forward to at the Big Apple Comic Con happening this Saturday at the New Yorker Hotel. They actually have some weed company being there as an exhibitor.
Yeah,
Oh, sweet.
because 3X Events is doing a 420 event, like a whole 420 event in Jersey, same place they do
Exotica.
Yep.
and that's gonna be super awesome
Yeah, we are definitely going to that for
because
sure.
New York weed and like all that type of weed is gonna be so much better.
Mhm.
So I'm definitely with that.
And Adam, I heard if you get pegged while high on weed, it feels better.
I wouldn't
Okay. So
say that. I wouldn't say that.
so let's just say
For
in
one-
the off camera we have the manager. Reach out to my second choice, which I don't know what her price would be because of the name. But as we reached out to Katie Morgan and had Katie peg me.
I can send her an email like tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do that. Because if we can make that happen.
Oh, come on. Why don't we just, like, if we're out here, Stormy, why, if we're out here, if we're throwing names.
Stormy Daniels?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
I'll do it.
She would be an aggressive pegger, I think, though. Like,
Not for your first time, like, definitely.
So
Yeah, she's going to have to be. I mean, she owes $300,000 right now to Trump.
if you prefer Adams on these.
wait, what's this?
Who would prefer Adams underwear over your underwear, I wonder?
No, I don't think they want
That
my.
don't even make no damn sense.
Oh, let chitlins peg you. There you go.
Stop.
Sir, I am saved. I am saved. Saved
You are
people don't
saved
peg
by
other
who?
people.
I mean, that was just a comment.
The spaghetti master?
You know,
Who said that? Was that Arthur that said that?
I don't know who it was.
It popped up on there. I think it said Arthur someone and said, let chitlins peg you.
off the chain with the I don't know where are all these comments coming from? What the fuck is going on?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where half of them are. Maybe we should put the live feed up on the TV so we can see all of them coming in.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Arthur, yes, it's from
So how's your week been, Lucas?
Arthur says let chitlins peg you.
Yeah, Arthur Mans is who it is.
Arthur, man, what do you mean by what you're saying, yo?
I think he wants to see a gay porn with you and chitlins.
That ain't happening.
That's
How much money would it take to make that a thing?
I know. Lucas, is like $5 million sound reasonable?
$5,000 for
I
what?
said $5 million.
$5 million for what?
For you to
What,
pay.
sir?
For whatever this
For what,
jackass
sir?
wants. Well, $500
What, sir?
million.
Look. After I got out of freaking high school football and out of the military, man, seeing penises and ass and men's assholes was just over for me. It was a wrap. I'm done.
True that.
I mean, walking into weird dark rooms and shit and just having crazy shit. I am saved, sir. I don't need that to happen. That's the reason why. Even if you don't care about your immortal soul, just to be able to say I am saved, sir,
I know,
and I don't have to do that
my
anymore.
religion, sex is not a sin, so I'm good.
That's what it's all about. Just like
Depends on your religion, sir, and we're not going to get into that tonight on this show.
What is
that is every religion. I don't know what religion.
No, man.
Maybe
Look up Judaism, my friend. Sex is not a sin.
Okay, but we're not talking about sex. We're talking about somebody's internal organs getting wrecked. You know,
Maybe that is. Maybe that isn't. I don't know.
So get it straight, sir. Sex is the act of reproduction in certain
really.
books and a lot of books. And two and two don't go together. It make four. Neither the 2 and 3. And
let's ask Autumn a question.
I got bad knees to be fucking trying to make sure that your shit is okay. Nuh-uh.
Technically,
I got bad.
Autumn,
I just don't know who this
Fuck
artist
that
the only way
with the Bob and Gilead, man. It ain't enough Bob and Gilead in Jerusalem to fix your shit after that happens.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to another topic, please.
I mean, this is
Oh, jeez.
Also, if
Man.
any of my listeners in the Florida area who want to hook me up with some hard Mountain Dew, reach out to me on Twitter at the Comic Pimp or Instagram at Comic Pimp VIP.
What kind of Mountain Dew?
Hard Mountain Dew. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
What
they
is
made
this?
Hard Mountain Dew, and you can only get it like in Florida, Tennessee, and Kentucky, I think.
Fucking figured. Like, why don't they make that shit for? Come on, they need to put it in bigger places. Like, put it in New York, put it in Jersey, put it here in Maryland. You know how many people in Maryland would drink that? So many.
Yeah, true. No, West Virginia. Like
West Virginia would go crazy with it because all the freaking people over there are Mountain Dew heads.
Like redneck here is like Mountain Dew and just
Let's do, honey. Get on my tractor. So I give you my do.
and camouflage and like dirty boots always.
So, funny story. Speaking of dirty, I'm saying this right now, live on air. Whatever mother freaker broke into my van last night and left a muddy freaking handprint on my passenger seat. I'm coming for you. I got security cameras and I'm watching.
Wait, they left an actual handprint?
Yeah, like someone broke
Did
it.
you like call the cops? Because that's like evidence, and they can. It's as good as leaving fingerprints.
Listen, I told him, I was like, should I call the cops? I said, there's like a whole handprint there because I looked at it and like you could see like,
It's like defined.
you could see like the palm prints, like the lines in his hand. I was like, that shit looks like FBI. Like I've been watching too much Forensic Files. I should take a picture of that shit so they can like come with the little sticker tape and like
But
the fingerprint.
whoever it was extremely stupid because I had a $200 pair of Supreme Nikes in the back of the car that they didn't touch. Like there was a camera in there, there was all sorts of stuff, and they just didn't take anything. I'm like, why would you break into my car and not even like take anything? That makes no
Yeah,
sense.
they didn't.
Weird.
It was
Yeah.
very weird. It was very weird. So I had him. I was like, order another backdoor security camera so I can see them like back in this area better. So that's what we did.
Can't have people breaking into our cars.
Nope, that's just impolite. Ain't
Oh,
illegal.
but they finna be stealing gas in a minute though.
Yeah.
Shit, about $6 to $7 a gallon out in some
Talking
places.
about sex and stuff. We got fat ranter. We always talk about sex.
Yeah, I mean, she's a porn star for God's sakes.
I mean,
So technically, so is Adam.
I'm always
Look,
talking
so
about
yeah, hey, so thank you to Fed Rankar. He was one of my my whatnot followers. He we got into it tonight. Freaking got some good books out the door,
I think
out of
he
my
also
house.
subscribed to the channel, so I want to say thank you for that as well.
Yeah. So good stuff, man. So for those who don't know what Whatnot is, you know how eBay you can usually sell a lot of your crap that you need to freaking Whatnot is even better because you're not looking at a picture trying to decipher what the fuck it is or if it's in good shape. No, you got the guy that's online right there live, and you say, hey, turn it backwards, turn it upwards. You can freaking see it. And
Oh,
you can
that's sweet.
see
That's cool. I didn't even know that existed.
Whatnot. Yeah, you need to get on there and sell some panties and socks on there.
Well, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I'm getting ready to sell that's out in my
You can
garage.
do action figures and pops and comics and other collectibles.
Yeah, I don't know about the adult stuff that you guys got in the back closet yet, but I'm pretty sure that you could probably stick it in.
We got about 5,000 comics in the garage that are getting ready to go. So
Yeah, freaking get rid of that stuff. Or just now the thing is it's still on beta, right? So they're not letting every Tom, Dick, and John freaking sell it because they're trying to keep it close because one of the worst problems about E right now is that there's a lot of shit bags out there. So they're trying to keep the community close to people that they know and trust. But if you want to send me a list of the stuff that you guys are willing to get rid of, I will get rid of that stuff for you on Whatnot. And freaking Ben,
Maybe
it's been
sometime
pretty
in
good.
between that Whatnot application will be approved. I also want to give a quick shout out to Jack DeMayo, aka Mr. Bolo. Congratulations on the birth of your daughter. That's amazing. I love you, brother. And fatherhood.
Yay. Yeah, that's freaking cool because then you can just be like, that's like, let me see.
because that's always like an issue. I feel like when I'm looking at stuff on eBay, like people will post photos of cameras and stuff, but like sometimes I notice like they'll edit out like scratches that are on it or something like that, and it's like blatant on the photo, like you can see that they did it.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's like
I'm like, why would you do that?
you really photoshopped your camera for eBay.
Yeah, because if it's in better condition, you get a higher price. So they want to make it look as pristine as possible.
Then just use a damn stock photo from somewhere.
Well, people do sometimes, but
I mean, that's what people usually do.
yeah.
Anymore, it's all the same.
But see, that's why I trust B&H Photo. Yes, I'm going to plug them right now because we got this.
B&H, they're awesome. I'm actually going to be going in the actual store this tomorrow or Friday morning.
Yeah, you should definitely check them out. They are awesome for anything camera related, anything audio. They will definitely have you covered on anything that you need. That's
yeah, they're awesome. They're in Midtown Manhattan and somewhere in the 30s. I know they're, I think, on 9th Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
It's a football stadium with electronics equipment. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, they have like this huge conveyor belt that goes through their store and like has all the packages going down and everything. It's really a sweet place.
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
How's business on Whatnot been, Lucas?
It's a mix, man. Still trying to figure it out. I'm still testing out a lot of stuff, man. Freaking look, I mean, I've been looking at some guys. They've been selling like $800 every 5 minutes. They're popping their freaking comics. It's on $800 comics. Some guys, they're doing the card breaks, right? Football, basketball, and they're freaking doing pretty good. This week was a little bit crazier because of the Formula F1. That was supposed to be the hot thing that broke this week. But I guess with some of the events that happened over the last couple of weeks with the Formula, like the big Formula One F1 race, where a lot of people thought that Hamilton got cheated. A lot of people are kind of sour on that right now. So the problem with your product arriving 2 weeks after a bad event is nobody wants to buy this shit. So Formula One cards arrived this week. In fact, I got the shit, but I wasn't planning on fucking selling. I just like to collect the boxes because some of these boxes are damn fucking pretty, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this is like a so for retailers it's like a $250 freaking box, I think, and $300 to some place. Some guys are some retailers are selling this for like $1,000 or some shit.
Holy
like
shit!
Is it like a plastic box? It looks like it's like that.
It looks like one of the retail boxes that has like all the cards in it, right?
Oh,
yeah, it's a hobby box though.
Okay.
It's a hobby box. Yeah, so it's a little bit thinner than your normal joints and everything.
Yeah.
But so what I ended up, the interesting thing about Whatnot is, and what I love about Whatnot, especially even TikTok, is those breaks where you can see, instead of breaking my own stuff, I could just freaking watch them break it, and I can see what's actually in there. So there was a guy on there like last night. He bought a whole case. Case is like maybe 25, 26 boxes of that. So imagine 25 times $250, right? So that's how much he's down deep.
Yeah.
And so the guy was trying to sell it for $140. People weren't buying it. He had to end up selling some of those boxes for $60. And it just people just weren't buying. People weren't caring, right? And I don't even know which superstar you would even get into when it comes to Formula One, but that's this own thing. But what I will say is the most interesting thing about it right now is the different people, right? So for instance, one guy, there's some guys that they just like Star Wars stuff, right? I happen to get rid of cleared my whole Star Wars inventory last night, right? Some guys just like Adam Hughes stuff. Adam Hughes likes to draw like a lot of naked girls, right? That's all he fucking
He's the
draws.
king of TNA.
Yep. Scotty Young, he likes to draw superheroes, but as babies. There's always that crowd that comes in, but they come in on different days, right? So you just got to have all that stuff ready, and then when somebody pops in, and they're like, "Hey, man, I just need Spider-Man stuff," you got to have it ready and just got to freaking go, right? Because once again, time is money.
This weekend
And
would be a
then-
good weekend for WWE stuff with
Right.
WrestleMania.
So
Is it
right,
like
so
live auction site? Is that kind of how it works?
it literally is just a live auction. So you pop in, and you're hoping that you have like some type of following. Like I think the most I've ever had is maybe like 11 or 12. Today I only had like I actually had 8, which is not bad for. No, it was like 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Um, and then people come in, and then you got to entice them to freaking stay with like $1 a book, and then hopefully there's enough people that'll actually want the book that'll raise the price, man. But the main thing that I don't like right now is that you don't get your money till 48 hours after it's delivered,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the only issue. Now they've got some other program right now where um, if you are one of the top sellers, you get your money the same day. But that means you got to sell like 1,000. Either you got to have 1,000 sales, or like $10,000 in sales,
Oh
or
wow.
something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm at the low end because I just started like last week, I believe. Yeah, I just started last week. I've had the account just sitting around. I didn't really do anything. So I really didn't. So I just started this week, and I mean, and it hasn't been bad. I just gotta grind. The problem with the grind is I've got other shit to do.
Yeah.
I've got an actual store that I've got to run, and I've got podcasts, and I've got books to review. So I mean, but for here's where Autumn you would come in, right? There are a lot of sellers that have expressed interest in hiring young, beautiful women to be the sellers for them. So what you would do is either you would get the product and you would just say, "Hey, blah blah blah, this is what I'm selling, good to go," and you know, and you're just
Yeah.
running it through and everything. Yeah,
Better people to
and
look at.
then you just get your
I
percentage, whether
think I
it be
know a
15 or
seller
20.
we can you know
Like you're like, I feel
suggest
like
to her.
Price is
Yeah.
Right, like some shit like that, like some Price is
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. That's it. That's it.
Oh,
Some of the most successful TikTok breakers. That's all they got. It's just women out there freaking like the sad lonely ones are like dudes, and they've just got like a corner of cards, and
yeah.
you never see them, and you're like eh. But then there are some women out there that they're doing the TikTok thing, and you can't freaking wait to because they're just
Actually, keeping it within the adult entertainment industry, Brittany Amber she has a YouTube channel just devoted to breaking packs of Pokemon cards.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um.
I love that.
We have that
Yeah.
under box at your mom still of the Pokemon stuff that I haven't even went through.
Yeah.
Like the one with like the huge card in it, and it has like a couple of different like booster packs.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if I want to open it though. Like I have so much Pokemon stuff that what did we find the other like this was actually last year now come to think of it. We found a board game that I had over at my parents' house. I guess it was from like the 90s where
Really.
it was like a
Okay.
Pokemon board game still in the cellophane. Like I never even opened it.
No,
Really?
it had a cellophane on it, but it had like it was that one that you had like your Pokeballs, like there was blue and red ones,
Yeah.
and they were inside the little like punch hole thing where you had to fucking punch them out.
Yeah.
You know, there's always one missing. Like it was pristine. I was like, do not touch this. I was like, put this somewhere because like
Yeah.
all the little Pokeballs were still like in the original like.
Exactly. So yeah, some like those original games, man, they're freaking worth like some of the old like the original Monopoly, like
Mhm.
in its life. Fucking Hungry Hippo. I don't know if you remember that fucking
Oh
shit,
yeah.
man.
No,
Yep.
but
Yeah, man.
all that
people,
shit
I was
sitting-
looking for that shit. I was looking for that shit a couple
Yeah,
of
like
days.
and it's got to be like edition 1. It can't be like edition 2 or anything. Like edition 1, original board games, ones that popped off.
They have something similar now to that, like Hungry Hippo, but I think they have the exact.
They have Hungry Hippo still, but they came out with a new one that was similar to it, and I forget what it was, but it was some like weird one that I saw this Christmas. Of
And the last time I bought it was they had a unicorn edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
see, I want to go through my parents' house up in the attic because I know a lot of like my old wrestling action figures are up there, and like my old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys and stuff like that.
Some
right.
of that stuff
So
is
so
worth
no, yeah. So Adam
really
knows
good.
me, and what I've been encouraging a lot of parents to do is like, you think your kid's stuff is stupid right now. you think it's absolutely freaking stupid, but I guarantee you, 30 years from now, they will get the member berries, and they will want, and there's gonna be some, there's gonna be some weird dude out there that's gonna want to buy that shit, right?
Yeah.
Remember how stupid Cabbage Patch Kids were back in
Oh
the day?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that stuff is worth money now.
Who's-
GI Joe's in its original packaging, Star Wars stuff in its original packaging. You know, um, I'm still trying to get over the fact that a lot of Nintendo stuff, like the original Nintendo stuff,
Oh,
Sega
yeah.
Genesis stuff,
Yeah.
I'm
you know,
amazed at what the prices that some of that stuff goes for.
Mario Brothers,
So,
Mario Brothers 64. No,
my
with the
kids,
original.
I'm trying to instill in them like the artistry of collecting certain things with like, I'm like, you have to take care of this. They're like, I want to open it. I'm like, it's a collectible now. Like, it goes
Mhm.
here, you don't touch it. And like, then I just like end up hoarding it myself.
Okay, well, so here's the question, and here's what I always like to ask young moms, because the dads, they don't give it. They just do like this because they don't like to see the money freaking go out the door. Um, so what are your kids into now, and do they read any books? And if they read any books, like what's like their favorite book or character that they're into like right now?
My,
Oh, Riverdale for Coraline.
yeah,
Archie.
like my daughter, she pretty much just likes everything that I like. She actually started to get me to watch Riverdale because she watched it first. And then
Okay,
she's
okay.
watching it, so she's pretty much
Yeah.
then she reads all the time. Everything she can
So
do.
okay, so now here's the trivia question for Adam, since you want to riddle so goddamn much.
Riddle me this. Riddle me
First
that.
first cover appearance of or first cover appearance of Archie or first appearance of Archie. Go.
Pep Comics.
Yep.
It's Pep Comics 22 for
It's
first
either
appearance.
22 or 27, and I do first appearance was number 4.
All right.
It was a weird time, man. That,
Like I said, I
there was
had
like
them in my order in my head reversed.
there's like 30 different Captain Americas running around. People think that Captain America was only with Marvel Comics at the time of the comic. No, there was like 30 different freaking dudes running around with the
It's the same
flags
thing.
and shit.
Yeah. The art. Oh my god, how many variations of Archie have we got so far? Like as far as
I
the
just-
Riverdale.
The one that I think of when it comes to variations is Batman. Like all of the variations from like the TV shows to the cartoons, like how many times and how much he's changed progressively over the years. Like
Well,
from
with Batman, it's 100% noticeable.
yeah,
I mean, it was all of them. It's 100%
Yeah.
noticeable. But
So here's Ultra saying, "Hey, buy 2, open 1."
true,
that is true.
true.
Ultra Maximus there. Starscream and Soundwave and Megatron are very upset because you promised to get them laid. And they're waiting. And they're waiting.
With whom would they get laid with?
I don't know. We gotta come up with a female Decepticon for them.
There's no such thing as a female joint. Just because she's pink, just because it's pink doesn't mean it's female.
She was gonna vibrate.
They don't.
Vibrate.
Transformers don't get pregnant. That's all I'm saying, man. Okay,
But everyone,
okay.
go check out Ultra's show sometime after midnight, Wednesday night presser. Love you, Ultra.
All right, so now here's the question for Autumn. When you were a young girl, say like 9, 10, like the member berries, or I don't even know if the member berries hit you or has hit you yet. What is the character or franchise that hit you most, or is it might be video games, right?
Oh,
Or is there like a cartoon that hit you most with the member berries?
like when I was younger, like my first nerdy moment, I would have to say would be like religiously watching the Sci-Fi Channel like Friday nights, like Stargate, Battlestar Galactica, like those. What else was on there after Battlestar?
Amazon stop.
There was like it was like Friday night sci-fi, and then for the 3 hours they had like new episodes of Stargate, Battlestar, and then there was something. I think it was it Euphoria or something crazy like that. I don't know. Anyways, it was whenever I was younger, and I was just like watching that TV show religiously, and ever since then I was.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because that's weird, man. I mean, because other people they'll tell me, hey, freaking, other women will tell me Sailor Moon or My Little Pony or some shit like that. But you went sci-fi, okay? Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like way back. I would say like
The Polly Pocket shit.
Polly Pocket shit was really big. That was always
Really?
big to have.
Okay.
Polly Pockets, like I'm always Tamagotchis still to this day. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yes, I fucking got a Tamagotchi. Digimon, all of that. That was all big.
I had the Digimon back in the day.
Yeah. That was the good shit. But
Yeah. What about the manager? What did you have?
For me, honestly, I had older parents, so when I was growing up, I would pretty much be in the same boat as her. Like I remember watching sci-fi stuff with my mom, so she would turn on like
X-Files.
yeah,
X-Files.
that's actually the one that I started watching the most that I got into was X-Files, and then we would watch like Star Trek. And then she got into watching like the Stargate and stuff like that. So and Battlestar, like all of that was pretty much the same. Cartoon wise though, like just kid things.
Like Pokemon, obviously.
Well, no, that was later on. Like I'd say when I was younger, like maybe 8 or 9, it would have to be. I was really into like the Gargoyles and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You like the Turtles, yeah.
Yeah. So different things like that. And then like I loved like the Sega Genesis games where I had to deal with like the Disney characters. So I was playing like Hercules games or like
Nice.
Aladdin and
The
shit
damn
like that.
Lion King game.
That Lion King game to this day still pisses me off.
Why? What happened with that thing?
I played the Aladdin. I don't remember Lion King.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And it's like there's memes of it when you can just look it up on Twitter. Like the
And
Lion King
I also specifically remember at like the age of 10, I got Mortal Kombat, and my mom was like not wanting me to play it because she heard bad things about it at church. And my dad was like, we're getting it for him anyways, like whatever. And so that's another franchise that I still like to this day from childhood is Mortal Kombat.
Did you see the most recent Mortal Kombat movie?
Yes, actually, we just watched it. It was okay. It's kind of, I don't know. It really just didn't do it for me for some reason. Like,
I still have not watched it yet.
yeah, they strayed too far away from what I thought it was going to be because I thought it was going to kind of be a continuation of the older movies that they did. But it kind of played a little bit into that, but at the same time, it was just kind of weird. It went in a different direction, so it was more like a origin story of like Sub-Zero and Scorpion, rather than like
it was a prequel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
Or a prologue or whatever. But yeah. I love that your mom heard it from church that Mortal Kombat was bad.
I couldn't watch Harry Potter because my mom heard it from church that I would turn into the devil and start casting spells.
True. I had a
My mom was
Harry Potter was satanic.
Yeah,
in my church it was because we were Pentecostal holy rollers that hated everything. Like I couldn't go out and listen to fucking like Creed and then
and then
like some of the dumbest shit. Like they'd be like, "Oh my God, you listen to this? You must love Satan." And then like years down the road, my best friend would be like, "Hey, I got this new Slipknot album," or "I got Orgy over here. Like, you want to listen to them?" And then I'd just fall in love with like all this rock and roll music. And like once I hit 14, my mom just kind of gave up, and she's like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, and then my mom was literally the complete opposite. Yeah, because I was like taking my Harry Potter books to school and reading them, and when we had free time in class, and there was a fucking teacher in middle school because we would all dress up like Harry Potter characters. This was before cosplay even fucking existed. Like we were dressing up like Harry Potter characters and going to school, and then we would read our Harry Potter books and shit. We fucking typed. I remember typing up Hogwarts fucking letters, printing it out on parchment paper, like from the fucking printer, and like mailing it, putting the wax stamp on the bitch, and like sending it to my friends in the mail. Like, and the teacher was like, "Does your mom know what you wear to school?"
Yeah, she dropped me off.
I'm like, "Yeah, dude, she fucking dropped me off," and she called like my stepdad. It just went livid and just called her, and like she was a preacher's wife. And
yeah, see,
she
in our area,
Of course.
yeah,
It all makes sense.
yeah, I hate, like, for me, with the churches in this area, at least, they're all hypocritical as fuck. Like, they'll sit and preach and tell you not to do this, not to do that, but then in their own backhanded, half-ass way, they'll do the same exact shit, and it's just not as, like, bad.
I know. Christians are funny.
Yeah, so that pretty much turned me off to church and Christianity altogether.
Yeah, and at the people who are preaching Jesus wouldn't know Jesus. That Jesus came down and sucked their dicks.
Exactly, because everybody thinks Jesus is white. That motherfucker's not white. He's
He's
a
Hispanic, yo.
yeah.
It's pronounced Jesus.
What the fuck is a Hispanic? There's no such thing as Hispanics. Nobody uses that word anymore, man. What are you from the 30s? What the fuck, Adam?
Latinos, excuse me. Let me update.
He's not even that. He's like Middle Eastern / African. Like most, like if people. Also, this is one that gets me too. Everybody that claims that they're Christian but they're fucking racist. I'm like, if you believe in the Bible, we all came from fucking Africa, so we all had dark skin at one point. So why are you hating?
Yeah. True.
Like,
okay. So here's a question, and it's gonna be a little, and I've been shocked over the last 10 years of grown people answering this and getting mad at me for this. Which way do rivers flow?
which way do rivers flow?
Yes.
Oh shit! I actually saw something. Okay, I watch a lot of fucking science channels and shit like this, but rivers can actually flow in two different directions from according to what they said.
Yes. So apparently there are schools that are teaching that rivers only flow north to south.
Really?
Yes, north to south.
That ain't true.
Yeah, it's weird. And there is a lot of grown adults who are willing to die on that hill that rivers only flow north to south. And it never occurred to me to look that up, like, because every time somebody says that, I'm like, man, you're a fucking idiot. And apparently, it's a taught thing in schools. Not only that, some schools don't say that rivers only flow north to south. Some say that there's only 2 rivers in the whole world that flow north. One's in Florida, like the other one's the other one's the Nile River. Yeah. And that's weird to me, but okay. But yeah, so that's going to be my prerequisite to talking to people from nowadays. I'm always going to ask, hey man, which way? And then if they say, hey, it's only north to south, then I know that I can't fucking trust any fucking thing.
Yeah.
I can't believe anything you said.
Yeah, well, like that's what I'm saying. Like people will come up with the dumbest shit, and I'm like, what? Actually, what scientific proof do you have that it only does go north to south? Like. Because that would make 0 sense, because that means the Potomac River that cuts eastward across our fucking state is flowing north. It's impossible for a river to go this way across our state, but it's going north. No, it's going east-west. Like, it can go north-south, east-west. It can go cardinal
Yeah,
directions.
I know, right?
I don't know. But there's something like 1,536 known rivers, and 245 of them actually do run north.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the rest, I don't.
Educational awesome
It's
sauce.
it's weird. It's fucking
now,
I don't.
weird.
Like I said, we are still doing a giveaway. Whoever's the 200th subscriber.
what's our number at?
You said 400. You said 100
200.
subscribers.
Yeah,
Oh,
the 200th
200.
subscriber.
200 on Twitter.
I don't even know. I gotta get into YouTube, huh?
Oh, you too.
God damn it.
You'll be
And
winning
Adam.
a PGX 98 Street Comic Book Day Stray Dogs #1, courtesy of 98 Wednesdays. Please check them out. An autographed used pair of Autumn's panties, and a ticket to this Saturday's Big Apple Comic Con at the New Yorker Hotel in New York City. You can hang out with Blind Adam and live
Okay.
at the Movie Con. Just a brother.
Okay. Adam, you are currently at 193 subscribers.
All right, we need 7 more to get to the magic number, and we'll be giving all that stuff away.
Is the New Yorker hotel where Nikola Tesla died?
Maybe.
I think it is.
I think so.
Now I want to go there even more because I want to see the room.
Yeah. So, if not next week, we'll bring out the muffin wheel and we'll do a giveaway that way.
Yeah.
Actually, so I think I may be migrating us away from the muffin wheel.
Really?
Yes, because I found even something more interesting called
Cool.
Duck Derby.
Duck Derby?
Yes. It's like a digital thing, and like there's like these little, you know how they do rubber duck races and shit,
Mhm.
right? Well, there's this digital thing where they have digital ducks, and then they fucking race along a river, and that's what I might do. Like, get all the names, put the names on the fucking ducks, and just let them roll down the digital river, and whoever wins that freaking thing wins.
No, you know
Somehow.
what we should do? We should do fucking Steve tournaments. Like, you know, whenever your internet connection doesn't work, and there's just like the little dinosaur, and you can play that fucking game and see who can get the high score.
I would win.
Like fucking Steve, I love that so much. Like, do high scores on
A
Steve.
Steve Lamb party.
Steve Lamb. Everybody
I
just
don't know, Lucas. I'm not allowed to do anything with dinosaurs or magic.
Just you're all right, just as long as you don't call Mel a dinosaur, you'll be all right.
Yeah, well, except everyone should check out that Marvel Voices thing with Mel the Dinosaur.
All right. Well, so for context, our honorable leader on Drunken Chat name is Mel V. He says he hates 2 things, right? He says he hates dinosaurs and that dinosaurs aren't a real thing, and he hates magic, right? But he loves Moon Girl, right? He freaking loves Moon Girl to death. Moon Girl is this like is a Marvel character. In fact, she's got a TV series coming on later on this year, right? So there was during Black History Month, there was a comic called Marvel Voices, right? Starring Moon Girl, right? And in Moon Girl meets up with number one, a dinosaur that arrives via magic. And it's called Mel.
That's crazy.
So here's the thing. We've always suspected here's what we've always suspected. We've always suspected that people from Marvel have been watching our show. Number 2, well, we know a lot of retailers and everything are always watching the show. So we think somebody, maybe one of the retailers who has some ends with Marvel, call one of those guys up like, hey, have you heard about fucking Mel? Here's what you got to do, and it's gonna be so fucking funny, especially during Black History Month. Oh, you know, one of the because there's no other time. There's no other freaking time where it would have made sense. They could have freaking did it any other fucking time, but Black History Month.
I guess it's an
Black History Month.
It's
fucking
a dinosaur
via magic.
sent by
And a
magic.
Moon Girl died.
So I think
There's
he
no-
hates magic more when he hates dinosaurs.
No, he just says dinosaurs don't exist.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy because Moon Girl. It's called Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Right?
So I don't know what his schedule's like, but I'd love to have Mel come on Wednesday.
He's fucking making
Even
that
I
money.
think this is during his work time or his sleep time, one of the two.
Fat Rinker, once again, thanks for stopping by. Says hey, I hated Star Wars as a kid, believe it or not. And I was into G.I. Joes, He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Transformers. I wish I didn't bury my figures when I was a kid.
Oh
I
Yeah,
man,
he
hear
was bring.
that.
that is
He,
fact right there.
I just recently found a Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull, which I don't even think I can sell for parts.
Backyard, plenty.
Plenty of buried action figures.
Yeah, there's action figures. There's the freaking old like Hot Wheels cars, the red line ones
Yeah.
that were my dad's from like the 50s and
Yeah.
60s. There's some of that shit buried in his backyard over there because me and my friend would just dig holes and bury shit for no reason.
Fortunately, I think some of my He-Man figures also met a horrible death by firecracker.
See, I didn't have the good shit, man. I didn't have He-Man. I had Him. I didn't have I didn't have Transformers. I had GoBots. you know,
Go Barts are the Kmart transformers.
I didn't have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had fucking I had karate rats. You know.
Those are
And
awesome sauce.
for those who think I'm bullshit, go ahead and look it up.
No,
GoBots,
What is-
Him. Those
I
were
will
real.
buy those.
Those were
It's
real.
the adolescent. What's that adolescent blind rats? Something. The comic that I literally just and the cover looks like Star Wars. Have you seen it?
Did we buy it? Where's it at?
I did buy it. Oh my god, it's in 3D
Is it in our
too
bedroom?
because like inside of the cover there was a pair of 3D glasses and images on it, and you read
You
it.
know what needs to come back? Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
It
Sounds
is a
awesome.
ripoff of the
Because we gotta have Usagi Yojimbo come out.
Yep.
Oh, shit. What was that thing from back in the day that it was like a spoof of Mortal Kombat? I think it was called Immortal Wombat.
Jesus fucking
What's the
Fed Renko is talking about Teddy fucking Ruxpin. That was the fucking
That
Teddy.
thing
That was
spooked me the fuck out.
that was the teddy bear. It was way
That you
it
put
was
the
way
tape
ahead
on
of its
and
time.
read the story.
Well, yeah, I mean it was way ahead of its time, man. I mean it was a talking fucking thing that could respond. No, only thing is you had to put the fucking tape in the fucking back or some weird shit, man. That shit was way ahead of its fucking time. You know, man. I'm telling you, see, we gotta get off man. This member berry shit. We gotta if we're gonna do this, we gotta have a show just of like member berries and shit, man.
I remember.
Well, hey Adam, it's getting ready to be 10:30, and I know.
So I guess we're getting ready to do some comics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, it's time to do this.
I don't know if.
Oh yeah, the adolescent black belt hamsters in 3D.
Yeah,
The radioactive. Is
the
that
radioactive black belt hamsters. That's an awesome series.
Yeah, adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters in 3D. Yeah, this one right here where it has the freaking.
Wait. Let me blow it up.
The Star Wars, and they're just fucking.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, it's adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters in 3D glasses included.
That's awesome sauce. I didn't even know that one existed.
Didn't we pick that up at the flea market?
Yeah, I did, and
Yeah.
I was just like, "Wait, what's all of these things?" I was like, rats and Star Wars, and they had like nunchucks and shit. Yeah, I was like, definitely.
There was a sad moment for our comic books when we were going through them. We found out that some of our comics from the 1960s had gotten fucked up in the fire when they were spraying.
Oh,
Aw,
So
that shit sucks, man.
yeah. So our 30-cent comics are now. Yeah.
Well. So I mean, don't throw them out, man, because if they were worth anything at all, I don't know if you heard the story about Action Comics #1,
Yeah.
where a corner a corner of Action Comics #1 just sold for $1 million.
Yep.
Holy shit.
We're not talking about like a corner. We're not talking about corner of 30 pages. A corner of a page.
Yeah.
Corner of a page.
What was like? What type of size? Like,
Okay, pull out your pinky.
okay,
The end of it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's what.
So like the corner
That's
piece of
fucking
a page.
Crazy.
Like,
Oh, yep.
the fuck?
It's like the first appearance of Spider-Man, though. Like,
Superman.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to figure out, because it was like certified and everything. That means some dude sat up with a freaking microscope, freaking
Was making sure that was part of it.
yeah, yeah.
it's like a
I think
paper.
yeah. I think that's a nipple. Yeah, there we go. like,
Damn.
He would have almost had to like. Oh, I mean, I guess if you had the provenance to it,
Mhm.
like what you analyze the fucking paper that it was like. How
Like,
do you know?
the rest of my comic got burnt. This is all that's left.
Yeah, like
well, see, that's the difficulty in this whole deal that's happened over the last couple of years since the pandemic, right? People are so desperate for these collectibles right now. If you could go online right now and you could scoff, like oh man, some dude is selling page 13 of Detective Comics, whatever, and he's trying to sell that for $50,000. Well, there is somebody out there that was willing to freaking pay for that right now. You know, if only he had the freaking money.
Something that's worth what other people are willing to pay for it.
mhm.
You gotta love
That's
capitalism.
that's pussy. Anyway, um,
I love that
um,
because pussy's awesome. Pussy and money are awesome things. Testify. I'm ready to get into some comic books.
Yeah,
yeah, man. So
I bet.
the so I forget what was I forget the name of the comic book that we were making fun of on Saturday. I forget which one it was. That was the one that looked like Lil Nas. I forget the name of it, but Batman the Night maybe or something like that. But this one right
Maybe.
here is
I wasn't on Drunken Chat last week.
yeah,
So.
that was the one. Yeah, it was the dude that looked. It was Batman, and he looked like Lil Nas, but he was in the
Oh,
he was in
yeah,
the,
that was Batman the Night.
yeah, he was in like a pink fucking Batman suit,
Yep.
and the logo was like fuchsia freaking foil or some shit.
I love that.
Yeah, I believe it was Batman the Night
Yeah.
#3 is what we were
Yeah.
making fun of.
It's weird. It's just weird. I need explanations. Is all I'm saying. That's
You
all I know. I need explanations. Like okay, and people were like, "Oh no, man, that's the fucking light. That's the light off the fucking TV." And I'm like, "Okay, why the fuck is Batman wearing lip gloss though? You know, you can't. He is not trying to be tactical at all, man. Tactical means you wear black so they can't see you, but you were wearing pink. His fucking the cod piece that's supposed to hide your dick and shit was like all like shoved out, like he was trying to shove it into your face and shit. And he was wearing lip gloss. I'm just saying, dude, look delicious as fuck. I don't know what the fuck was going on. It was all types of weird. So, having said that,
I gotta pee.
All right. Catch you guys later. I am.
all right, Autumn.
All
Bye,
right,
the
follow.
manager.
Everyone check out
Bye,
Autumnsouth
bye,
on the
bye,
internet.
casting couch director. Bye.
Later, manager. We will talk because I got something I want to pitch to you.
Okay.
All right, sounds good, man.
I
Definitely.
know how I
Stop
want.
trying to
gets
pitch your
pegged
dick
to
to
go now.
everybody, Adam.
It's gonna
Gotta
be
stop that
amazing.
shit, man.
Love you guys.
All
Talk
right.
to you during the week.
Talk later. Thank you. Bye.
All right. So that being said, with the whole thing about pink dicks and pink bat suits and shit, I'm looking at Robin 6 right now, and it looks like it's got the Bat family, and half of them are not fully clothed. They're doing gymnastics shit and stretching,
Okay.
and it's all types of weird, man. And I guess that's what constitutes a cover now. Just weird shit, man. I don't know what they're practicing or what they're practicing for, but all right, man. I forget who this is. Oh, Fajardo Jr. is this variant, but pops, but it's just weird and unnecessary. Fear State Catwoman Volume 6. Here's a really good cover of Catwoman and Poison Ivy. Catwoman has her arms around Poison Ivy. Poison
Yeah.
Ivy is looking fit, 8 abs and everything.
Nice.
Nice. It is nice. Very nice. Uh, Also, Catwoman is going to also have another Soza Maiko. This one, of course, gotta have her in her little gimp suit. Um, I don't care what anybody says. This is not tactical at all. No, I don't care how much you think she can stretch. You're not supposed to be. This is not tactical at all. It's not supposed to be. Even if she like decides to run, you're going to be able to hear this leather latex popping
That's
and
gonna
creasing.
restrict her movement, man.
I mean, they got her bent over in the weird, superhero freaking thing, but look,
She's
the shit's
assuming the position.
shiny and glossy. Yeah, it's glossy and shiny and shit. Freaking all types of light are bouncing off this motherfucker, man. It's just weird, man. I'm gonna fucking tear this up on Saturday. I'm coming after this joint.
Yeah.
And in this one, by Jeff DeCall, it looks like she's getting rammed from behind by the new dude. I forget what his name is. But I don't know. Thing is, we haven't seen the guy's actual face yet because he's got it covered by a weird freaking do rag or some shit like that. But it looks like what she's getting ready to fucking get it from behind. And then Batman the Night #4, more of hey, let's have our random superhero out exercising, half naked. Like he's got no shirt on.
If they
And
have a meeting at DC and be like, okay, this month the theme is half naked people exercising endurance.
hmm the only thing different from this is that he seems to have ballet shoes on. I don't know what the fuck going on. Like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Who the fuck is wearing
I don't know.
ballet shoes if you're not doing ballet?
I, you're asking the wrong person, man. I have no idea what's going on here. It's like, all right, DC, I try to stick up for you and I try to say that you guys had good stories, but now you're fucking me. You're messing me over. Um, a interesting cover that's coming out is called Black Hammer Reborn. Um, on the cover is two kids playing, but they got one of those catapult joints, right? Or ribochets, I guess you would call it. And they are trying to put a cat in the ribochet to fling it where I don't know where, but okay. Let's see. Then Ghost Rider's got a bunch of covers coming out. To include one by Greg Land, which is a 1 in 25. Not too, standard boilerplate stuff. You got it for your Ghost Rider, and then you got some chains, and you got some fire.
Nice.
It is not nice. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like, okay, you want me to pay $50 for that shit?
No,
However,
thank you.
there is a Momoko. And I understand people get tired of Momoko, but in this one, she has one of the Ghost Riders climbing out of a pile of skeletons and bones and bodies and shit.
Yeah, nice.
It is really nice. It's probably
Maybe she took a break before she did that one.
it is really nice. There's a really nice depth of field, right? Because she's got the bike is like off in a distance and it's on fire, and then it looks like um if you've ever watched, for those who were watching, if you've ever watched any of those World War One movies where they're in the trenches and everything, and then they look out and all they can see is like smoke and everything. That's the kind of depth of field that she has on this cover. It's amazing. And then that's not even the main part of the freaking cover. The main part of the cover is the Ghost Rider climbing out of a bunch of bodies. That's what's crazy to me in this freaking cover. I forget whether this is incentive or not. Might be an open order. I'm gonna have to check.
That'd be sweet.
But it is. Order. Let's see. In fact, let me take a quick second to check this out. Let's go with Marvel. Ghost Rider Momoko. Yes, it is an open order.
Awesome.
Believe it or not. So the best, the best one they got for Ghost Rider is an open order, as always.
Yeah, I'm gonna be ordering a few of those.
Okay. Hulk versus Thor. Banner Alpha. There's a Ryan Stickman, which I believe is a 150, and it doesn't look bad, but it is what it is. Immortal X Men.
That book's gonna be store variant out the fuck.
Probably.
I've already seen
Em-
a few.
Oh, jeez. They don't get that shit.
Yep.
Immortal X-Men #2, the Andrew Spider-Man. I forget who this is. Maybe. Oh, this is Emma Frost. Or is it? I don't know. I don't know who this is supposed to be. It's either Emma Frost or Black Cat.
Give me one of the cuckoos instead of Emma
Yeah,
Frost.
it's a blonde lady, dressed up as Spider-Man, but she's got the Emma Frost heels, and she's got the
He
Black
would be
Cat
Emma
whip.
Frost, and if it's not Emma Frost, it could be one of the Stafford Cuckoos who first appeared in the new X-Men number 118.
I don't know.
Now, one of the clone daughters of her. You can have a Stafford Cuckoos three-way, and it'd be freaking amazing.
Cable already beat you to it. So,
Yeah, true that.
Immortal X-Men #2 race variant, which is a 1 of 25. It's just a bunch of X-Men fighting a sand monster. Philadelphia. In a solicit, it says that there's supposed to be a new character in this one, but the problem is nobody's reading Philadelphia right now.
Unfortunately.
But I would say that this story right here is definitely ripe to be put. In fact, I don't know if I heard no news about it being adapted.
I know it got an option for a TV show, but that means it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any news on it recently, so hopefully, I mean, it's a great series.
Mm-hmm. Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood. This one's a 150. Of course, this is going to be out the wing. Freaking a lot of stores going to order, especially with the.
Yeah, I'm already seeing a lot of store exclusives on this one too.
Yeah, and movies coming out. The one I have up here is a 150 by. I forget who this is by. Oh, the Call. And then there's another one by Sakai, and they both look good. It's just, I mean, it really is, either Moon Knight standing around or just him jumping off from stuff, but they still look good.
Yeah, but we're in Moon Knight mania right now.
New Mutants. I've actually seen a couple of retail incentives or retail exclusives for that one. But this art germ really does look good. I forget the name of the young lady on there, but she's not wearing all the clothing that she should be if you're getting ready to go fight somebody. Just saying. Now, this one that I know that is going to be close to your heart, Adam, is Secret History of War on Weed.
There's
going to be a 1 in 25.
And we do have an interview with Scott Kublish, the artist, coming up in April.
Amazing. That's going to be amazing. Han Solo and Chewbacca. I
kind of wish we did have a variant for it, but I kind of dropped the ball on that.
Nah, it's all right. Spending money on bigger and better things.
True that.
Star Wars Han Solo and Chewbacca. There's going to be an Adam Hughes variant.
Ooh.
For that one. Okay. Now, remember how I was glowing on the Ghost Rider for Momoko?
Mm-hmm.
I would say that if you wanted to tell me that this one was a little bit better, I would go, okay, this one is, so there's Ghost Rider, and he's on his bike. And coming across to smack the crap out of him is one of those big Mack trucks. And it's on fire, and it's got teeth. So what I don't know much about it, but I do know that the solicit says that there is some type of night truck freaking demon that's probably going to make his first appearance in this freaking book.
Neat.
So, Thor number 24, there's going to be a Malieve open order. Venom Lethal Projector, there's going to be a Scarecrow variant. It's kind of abstract. More Venom with his tongue and freaking claws out. Nothing too different. We have Demons number 2. Looks really good. It's got the young protagonist operating on demons, and her ass is just out.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. And then the last one that I would bring up is X-Men Red number 2. This one's by Torrin Clark, who has been really hot lately. And this one, I forget the name of this character, but it's like the wife of the dude, and they got married during the whole X tournament.
Cypher?
Yeah, that's the name of the husband, but I forget the name of the wife right now.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm blanking on it too. I just started reading the X tournament thing because I want to read it all in one sitting.
That's a good strategy, right?
Yeah, just way too. Sometimes there's just like way too many fucking X-Men books, and it's hard to keep up on them on a weekly and monthly basis.
It is. So I didn't really get a chance to freaking run through all the sold outs, and I actually haven't done it for a while. So I'm just looking at Midtown to see what they're doing right now. We have Demons number 1, cover C, Greg Capullo sold out. But that's what's interesting is that there is a Peach Momoko that has not sold out yet.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank my buddy over at Calamity Collectibles for getting me a copy signed today. And that.
Well, it looks like the Midtown thing is having some difficulties right now.
Technical difficulties for Midtown Comics.
Yeah, it's not.
You can go yell at them at the Big Apple Comic Con this Saturday, March 26th. And,
Interesting. Yep. So, well, I mean, I guess that's as good a point we can end it as
always.
Anything.
Yep. I do want to, thank everyone who tuned in tonight. Remember, you don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. I'd like to thank 98 Wednesdays. Please check them out. Get your comics in at Guarantee 98 each and every Wednesday. Of course, the Big Apple Comic Con. It's this Saturday, March 26th at the New Yorker Hotel. If you want to hang out with Blind Adam in the flesh, I'll be there with my homie Calamity Collectibles. We'll be set up together. Exotica's heading into Chicago April 28th through May 2nd. If I can get my travel arrangements in a row properly, I will be there. Key Collector Comics. I thank Key Collector Comics for the sponsorship, love, and support. If you want 2 free weeks, so you don't miss their top 20 and their top 10 or all their other lists, type in Blind Adam, all one word. And get 2 free weeks at Key Collector and Blind Adam. I love you guys. I think you all be safe, be well, use a condom, pay for your porn. Always buy the comics you like, and this way you always make the money. I love you all. Blind Adam out.
So, all right. So I don't usually dip back into this, but when you said pay for your porn, I would say do some research on the platform that you are using, because certain platforms belong to certain people or certain oligarchs of a particular country that is not acting right now.
True that.
So
do your research.
Just putting that out there.
Do your homework.
That out there. I mean,
be safe. Wear a mask. I love you all. I thank you all for being one of the greatest families a blind fat kid can ever ask for. I love you all. Blind Adam out.
Boom, you maniac! What's that?